Hi, my name's Molly Hancock. I'm the Managing Editor of Energy Today, and here I am joined with Ian from WOMA. Welcome, Ian. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Molly. Wonderful to be here today and to share a little bit about WOMA to the audience.
Yes, absolutely. So talking of WOMA, can you tell me a bit about the business and your role within it?
Okay, for my sins, I'm the Managing Director of WOMA Australia. WOMA is now a locally owned Australian company, wholly owned. We specialise in the provision of services for high pressure water jetting, ultra high and high pressure vacuum encapsulation, explosion protection systems, and robotic systems that remove the worker from the workface.
Well, that's great. And obviously energy transition and decommissioning is a huge topic within the industry at the moment. How do your sort of tools implement, and how are they implemented, and how do you sort of see WOMA's role within the decommissioning process?
WOMA is a technology expert in our field. We, of course, can't develop all the global benchmarks in technological advancement. So we reach across the globe and we identify specific technology partners with whom we develop strong partnerships. And all those partners are with us today here in Australia, supporting us and ensuring that we're able to bring the technology right to the market face. We see ourselves as a technology partner that enables Australian EPCMs and principal companies to be able to execute works in the decommissioning space and in other spaces to a global benchmark.
Yeah, that's great. And obviously you say water can be used as a tool, sort of that's WOMA's maybe its tagline, would you say?
It is indeed. So water as a tool is our tagline and has been so for nearly 50 years. But we also, I guess, position ourselves with a unique selling point, which is global technology, local ingenuity. In the Australian workspace with mining and oil and gas, there's been Australia is a dark horse. The issues of safety, productivity, consistency, quality have been driven in the Australian industrial space for 30 years. And that's allowed a lot of Australian contractors and companies and OEMs, original equipment manufacturers like ourselves, to develop in advance of some of our European partners. And so we see our ability to incorporate that locally in a marriage with the overseas benchmark technologies to provide high-level quality technology to the local markets for decommissioning, for industrial cleaning, for fabric maintenance, in offshore oil and gas subsea and topside, for mining underground and topside and above ground, and in various other industries, petrochemical refining, manufacturing, civil engineering, and various other aspects of the market sector.
Well, that's great. And obviously talking of technology, working with your technology partners is something really important to the business. Can you tell me why that is so important?
It's important to us because, for example, in the explosion protection space, we work with two global leaders, the two global leaders being Moretti and Pyroban. And presently we are working closely with Pyroban to bring explosion protection solutions for engine conversions and power pack conversions for equipment that needs to work in the hazardous zone, Zone 0, Zone 1 and Zone 2. And so we're able to deliver that locally. We're able to package that, so design, manufacture and package the complete solution locally in Henderson in Western Australia. In addition to that, we're working with a German company called Oberflächtechnik, which is Oftech in short. Oftech is a robotics company that develops semi-robotic and full robotic equipment to essentially remove the worker from the workface, which improves safety, improves productivity, consistency. We're also working with Aquajet technology out of Sweden. Aquajet technology provides a range of advanced water equipment, water blasting and vacuum encapsulation equipment. And Stone Age Global Tools out of the United States. We work in a wide range of equipment with Stone Age. With TST from Sweden again, with protective equipment. We have a number of different partners that we've brought to the table and we deliver locally here in the Australian market. And we're proud of that. and we see ourselves as a partner, a technology partner to Australian industry to ensure that they have within their grasp a delivered solution to their issues.
Yeah, that's really important, and it sounds like you provide quite a wide range of services and tools to the market, which is great. And also you provide market expertise. Is that a market sector expertise? Really?
Correct. Our team, we're fortunate at WOMA, and I never take this for granted, but we have a high retention level with our WOMA staff. And so within that comes a lot of experience in the various different sectors. And so we're in a position to be able to shoehorn our clients into a new system. So essentially design the system for them, sell them the system, commission the system, and then put one or two technicians in to help them get going, what I call shoehorning them. And then once they're walking, we step back and they operate on their own. So I guess in a sense, I'm so excited by this industry because we're working with the front end of technology, and we've been in a situation where we can design and develop systems that create water technology to higher and higher velocities to remove the worker from the workplace and achieve things with water that you otherwise couldn't, and vacuum technologies to encapsulate and take away all the nasties and carcinogenic products and various other products, and to encapsulate them for appropriate disposal.
Yeah, definitely. Are there any challenges that you see in the immediate future to maybe that people might be facing with the energy transition or decarbonisation and decommissioning?
Potentially, yes. I see this whole question about emissions minimisation. The horse is sort of galloping from the stable before industry has a solution for what government agencies especially are asking for. And it's no use saying, this is what you must achieve when the technologies aren't quite available. So there's this gap at the moment, and I think that there needs to be greater collaboration between regulatory agencies and government agencies with industry to establish what is feasible and what's not, and so that we can walk the talk. Because at the moment there's a lot of regulatory talk, but industry is unable to do the walk because those technologies are still in development.
And what is sort of WOMA doing to maybe help maybe your clients or anyone like that to sort of overcome those challenges?
That's a good question, because we've worked on that specifically. We have a new system which, for example, the kilowatt power ratio of the system enables us with future electronic control systems with a gearbox, automated gearbox system allows us to have a single unit, for example, that depending on what work it's being asked to do, its fuel consumption can be right down at say 30 litres an hour, right up to 260 litres an hour of diesel, depending on the work it's being asked to do. So you're able to minimize emissions, you're able to minimize power demand, etc. from the same unit, or maximize it depending on the task at hand. So that means that you're never wasting fuel, and so its environmental footprint is automatically minimized when required. And that's a real advancement in the industry, and we're seeing a good uptake on that technology.
Well, that's great to hear. And obviously looking towards the future, what's in store for WOMA?
I think, look, we're having a strategic planning meeting next week to discuss a lot of that, but in the pipeline is more about robotic automation, fourth generation robotic automation. AI is there, it's coming up in the background, but we have to make sure it's safe, it's reliable, it's robust. And we and our clients work in very arduous conditions, either subsea or in nasty environments where delicate technologies don't operate for very long. So we have to kind of measure everything, bring it back a bit, and make sure that there's reliability as well as advancement. So technological advancement in the robotics space, 100% we're working there. Technological advancement in power generation and how we power our equipment, we're working in that space. We're looking at hydrogen, we're looking at hybrid solutions. But again, we're waiting for industry to for those technologies to mature before we take them on holus bolus.
Yeah, definitely. Is there anything else you'd like to touch on, Ian?
No, suffice to say that we work in Western Australia is a wonderfully located place to be, because in the early hours of the morning, 6 in the morning, we can speak to Houston in the United States. And then we speak to the Far East, and moving through the east coast of Australia. And by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we're talking to Europe. And by 7 in the evening, we can be talking to Houston again. So Western Australia is the ideal place for us to have our head office and to be headquartered, and for us to be able to control our operations right across the globe.
Absolutely, it sounds like the perfect spot. And great weather as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, thank you so much, Ian, for your time today. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, Molly. Thanks very much.